Good morning, Facebook Live. This is Mike George coming at you from the one and only Crimson House. Actually, I shouldn't say the one and only because the whole goal of my project associated with with my nonprofit shenanigans is to establish multiple of these instances of locations. So I guess while Crimson House LA is indeed unique, we're all unique. We're all special, right? Anyways, good morning, everybody. It is Mike George here at 6 past the hour of 8 a.m. Central Daylight Time on the, I don't know where we're at here, the 28th of May, 2022. Oh, my goodness. And I have had a little bit of a whirlwind of activity here. I'm just working on some projects around the house. Oh, God, the place is a little bit of a mess. But, in the spirit of transparency, here's my mess. Oh God, I've had a little list of home improvement projects. Oh God, I need to improve my hair here. That's the first thing that needs to be improved. But let's see here. I changed out my locks. I found one of these deals on. I don't know if I've been shopping around for these electronic locks and such. The type that can work with your smartphone and all that jazz. They're incredibly expensive. It's I think it's still pretty new, emerging product. Those smart locks these days. I mean, God, it's amazing. I'm just imagining myself paying $200 for a lock. I mean, mind you, is all the bells and whistles of being able to work with your phone and having all kinds of intelligent access features and such, but still the idea of spending $200 for a lock, I don't know. I mean, I guess there's a certain point at which you ask yourself how much you're willing to pay to protect just basic shit, and mind you, basic shit that's insured. But nonetheless, I have been working on a really kind of ghetto security system at my house. Here's my constraints. All right, so I'm trying to employ. I mean, for some of you guys who've been watching the show for in the past, you might recall some of my past grievances regarding some of the Internet of Things, / smart home devices that are on the market these days. I decided to take the difficult route of buying a bunch of cheap, not Chinese manufacturer products, not, as opposed to spending $60 for a light bulb from Philips Hue. No. My mama taught me never to spend $60 for a light bulb. I don't care who the fuck, if Edison himself made it. Actually, I'd probably not even buy it then. Anyways, that was back in the incandescent days anyways, so. All right. Oh, we have a little bit of an audience. My goodness, I didn't think anybody was up on a Sunday morning, but I guess we're the old farts now. I never like to use the word old. I use the word seasoned pro. Actually, this is kind of this is timely. Speaking of old people, old fucks. I don't know. I highly recommend for some of you guys who have HBO, and even some of you guys who don't have HBO who have an ex-boyfriend that has it still. Watch the George Carlin American Dream. I just found out about this this George Carlin a 2-part sort of miniseries, and I don't know what prompted. George Carlin's one of my heroes. I don't know if I use the word hero, but obviously, so George Carlin's a comedian, for some of you youngsters out there. But fuck, he's more than a comedian, I guess, to me, and I think to a lot of people in my generation, and maybe even my parents' generation. I don't know, shit. How do I describe him? he was he was an extremely dirty, foul-mouthed man. But he had a brilliance to his, he didn't just go up on stage and spout out a bunch of cuss words to make the news. George Carlin is a genius. If you want to hear my 2 cents about it. And furthermore, Yeah, I mean, I think of, I mean, George Carlin to me represents a lot of the, I guess, my generation and above. And it's weird because I saw somewhere, and it might have been that George Carlin bit, because I've always kind of, I've never really been quite clear in terms of like the generation, the distinctions of the different generations between like us, like I'm 36. Fuck, yeah, I'm 36. Yeah, so I mean, like I was born in 1986, and I've heard it said a couple times recently that I guess that is sort of the cutoff point at which one is considered like a millennial versus Gen X. Because I always, personally, I always kind of subscribe to identifying as Gen X. I never really identified as a millennial at all, at all. In fact, I hate millennials. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love you, millennials. I just can't. I can't handle the. I don't know. I can't handle like a good example, like a classic example of why I think I'm not a millennial is I hate texting. In fact, that's kind of why I do these stupid Facebook lives, because I've become too lazy to type status updates, and shit. So like, it's actually kind of more fun to do these kind of, kind of orally and off the cuff. And I have to admit, like, part of that has been me being lazy, and I'm now becoming mindful of that. I used to be, shit. I mean, I was reflecting the other day on my master's thesis that I did 10 years ago. Like, oh my god. I mean, just thinking it out loud that it's been 10 years since I've been in school, like in an academic environment. I mean, I guess in my career I've had an opportunity, some different, like, I guess quasi academic opportunities to speak at events and present on like projects and stuff. But yeah, it's I don't know. I guess maybe for me, like I guess I just I don't know. I guess it seemed like I had spent so many years in school that it became sort of it definitely became a routine, if not a fuck. I mean, I don't know. There's a certain point, I guess, at which you sort of become consumed in the culture of academia, which is, I think most people know, is different than the culture of industry and, just the culture of the real world in general. So, I mean, anyways, I digress a little bit here, but, oh shit. I mean, there was a point to that whole little rant, but, shit if I lost it. So I apologize. It is Sunday morning. I am not trying to be on script here or anything. So you're going to get probably a lot of these little lapses in my, especially after I smoke my bowl here. Well, start out. Yeah. We'll do the bowl. So my little routine is the bowl and then the coffee. I got the coffee poured, so I'm a little bit out of sequence here. Let's see. So I will just have to sit down and kind of take a pause from yabbering. How are you guys doing today? I see David and John on here. John being a former colleague of mine and back in AEP land. Nice to see you, sir. I've actually been like, that's funny. I've been thinking about AEP a lot. I'm probably gonna apply there pretty soon. God damn, I am not enjoying the employer, the shit. I'm gonna vent a little bit since I have a former colleague of mine. we're if he wants to hear any work gossip. No, but shit. I mean, I think some of you guys and John maybe even has probably heard my rants, heard my updates, I guess, on work stuff before. But it's interesting. I used to, I know a lot of folks like John and some others from Columbus as sort of I don't know, like AEP was my first big people's job out of university, out of that cloistered sort of like bubble of academia. So I mean, and not to mention the fact that AEP, like I guess AEP was always kind of my own hometown company. It was my hometown power company growing up. So there was a special sort of, I guess there's it was obviously a nostalgia to it, and I think. Yeah, I imagine a lot of people kind of share that. A lot of people who I worked with there, and I think it's common, in fact, for like utilities to hire kind of within their communities and such. Favoring domestic labor over us foreigners. No, but actually, I actually have a lot of. No, I'm actually really glad for that. I know it sounds like at first like kind of against the grain of. I guess hiring any, like the whole diversity. Well, I mean, they have diversity, obviously, but I mean, I guess in my opinion, I consider something very special about Yeah, I don't know about working at your hometown utility. I guess I don't know. And I say this as somebody who's worked at three utilities before, and like each of which I had a different. Well, yeah, each of which I kind of had a different like initial impression of, stereotype, and such. And I have to say, like, with AEP, hell, even just growing up in Ohio most of my life and stuff, and maybe some of this. I don't know. I can't even say that this is just drinking the Kool-Aid because I've drunk the Kool-Aid at three, like I said, at three companies now, and I mean, obviously, like there's always a little bit of that sort of kind of self-congratulating, the risk of the of sort of the echo chamber of self-congratulating all the time, and not really, But I don't think, and maybe we did that a little bit at AEP, but I mean, I still look back on a lot of the stuff, a lot of the projects that they were working on, and I have I mean, I worked there for about a little bit, just below 5 years, and like, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's enough time to sort of identify with like the sort of achievements that we were able to do. But like, 5 years is kind of oh shit, I don't know. I guess that's kind of right in the middle. It's not necessarily a blip, but shit. I mean, anyways, it was 5 years. I loved it though. I miss it. I miss. Damn it, I miss Columbus a lot. I've been having a lot of like sort of, like reflections on life in Louisiana, and yeah, I mean, fuck man, I've been very charmed by Louisiana. I mean, more so than I ever imagined. I mean, I shouldn't say more than I ever imagined because, oh fuck. I mean, I guess I was one of those. It's funny because I always get mad when a lot of other Americans that are from outside of Ohio, for instance, like from outside the Midwest, like the New York people and the Chicago people. I always used to get mad when people referred to us as the flyover states. I don't know if that ever irks anybody else from Ohio, but that almost kind of makes my blood boil when I hear the whole flyover state bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm just that's a legitimate fuck. I mean, I don't know. I just find that the whole that really feeds into the whole like coastal elitism, I guess, impression that a lot of people have of like city people out, I guess on the coasts of the U.S. Which I don't know. It's unfortunate. I was only mentioning that because I kind of I was one of those people, I guess, for this little town of Alexandria, and fuck. I mean, when I first got this job offer down here last year, and I was very underwhelmed by the prospect of I mean, after living in several pretty decent sized cities with a decent number of amenities and so forth. I mean, there's no way to get around it. It was a step down for me. I mean, in so many fucking ways. In fact, still even now as I'm thinking about this job, damn it, it's like one of those situations of like more stress, less money, more bullshit, less reward kind of thing. And I shouldn't say bullshit. I don't want to imply that the company itself is like, that there's a culture there or anything like that. I don't know. It's strange. Like the company I work at is, I kind of call it the little utility that could. Like compared to like my experience at bigger companies like AEP and PGE, it was definitely like very. I mean, I definitely get the feel. And maybe because I work in the field. God damn it. I feel like at times I'm like kind of flying by the seat of my pants a little bit. Like oh my gosh. Like I don't know. Like my organizational, in fact, that's kind of one of the things I'm doing on this long weekend is trying to get my like kind of organizational flow back together. And it's, I don't know. I'm not going to, I cannot see myself staying at that, at that particular company for very much longer. And, fuck, it's sad. It's sad. I love, like, I don't know. It's sad. Like, I was just starting to kind of, I don't know. Fuck. Anyways, sorry. I've been doing a lot of contemplating about this in the last month. Because this job is just, it's been tough. And I don't know if it's just because I suck at it, or I just haven't, like, I'm really trying to figure out ways to, like, optimize, my own efficiencies to kind of make it work. But I just feel like I'm always behind. And it's a terrible, like, I don't know, man. The stress from this job is really has taken a toll on me, I guess. And I'm just thinking of my God damn it, my ex-partner, like Luke. And fuck, I don't, I'm at the point right now where I'm sort of just between, I guess I feel like I'm at a point where I'm everywhere, but nowhere at once. Um, and maybe a lot of you guys feel that way because of COVID too. I mean, I think we all kind of do to a certain degree, but, and like, it's, yeah, I don't know, like this Louisiana gig has been very nice for a lot of like sort of unexpected reasons. I love the rent that I'm paying here. For instance, like I'm paying, God, I'm paying like probably less than half of what I was, what I'd be paying in Portland or oh gosh, it's really nice that way. And I mean, I'm sure you've all heard the cliches about the Southern charm and how nice people are down here. But I have to say, like, I want to talk a little bit about Alexandria specifically because it's a fascinating little place. Like, and I'll be honest, like I knew nothing about, when I thought Louisiana before, I think like New Orleans and everything else. I was very ignorant about the state, about some of the other areas of the state, much like I'd imagine people are with, I guess with the United States in general. Like, if I was a tourist coming to the U.S. and I only saw New York or Chicago, like one city, and tried to like characterize an entire country by that, but Louisiana, yeah, like it's a fascinating state, and like the history of the people here, especially like for me coming here from Quebec. I mean, not coming here directly, but I mean, obviously there's a French, one can tell from the surface, with the French language commonality, that there must be something here, between Louisiana and and Quebec. I mean, it's fascinating. I didn't know the history behind like sort of how all these French people ended up in Louisiana. I mean, the only thing I really know that I only really read about in school regarding Louisiana was the Louisiana Purchase, and that just sort of gets glossed over as a sort of, a bunch of white guys signing a treaty and divvying up a bunch of land. But I mean, they don't talk. I mean, one thing that just blew my mind about the people down here, and I'm referring to the Acadian people, because there's a whole like. It's fascinating because there's Cajun people down here, all right? So that's kind of what we often think of, I guess, the layman, how we think of Louisiana from the outside. But that's only really the southern half of the state. In fact, I would say maybe southern third of the state, in terms of like what is considered Cajun. And there's like, Cajun is a sort of a subset of the French, of I guess the French American. Diaspora community, here that settled here in North America, during a time before, in the 1700s and such, when all the U.S. colonies, the French colonies and such were all basically taking over the Native Americans' land here, all that jazz, colonialism. But no, but the story specifically about the Acadian people, and I had no idea about this, was that these people, like these French-speaking people in Louisiana here, are here because they were forced from Quebec, like down to south, and then eventually ended up in Louisiana. Like, I guess I'm thinking in my head of like the Trail of Tears. Of course, the Trail of Tears refers specifically to the Native Americans that when they were driven off of their land by the kind of official decree of the U.S. government, and you see these kind of pictures, these old pictures of like these white Americans on horseback, basically like, yeah. I mean, fuck. I mean, it's a sad story. I mean, the whole Trail of Tears thing. I mean, it's basically when the last throes of the Native American resistance, I guess. I can't even use the word resistance in this case because it really was us taking their land. Resistance would imply that they were like, that they were sovereign to our nation and that, they wanted to stand up against the government. Much like a lot of people are doing right now. They're trying to do right now. But obviously, yeah, anyways, waiting a little slicing and dicing on the words there. But anyways, it is 8:25. I've talked your ear off for a little bit. I have not started my little morning practices of music. Goodness gracious. And I got to start off the day with the Star Spangled Banner. Actually, I got to get before I fuck up the Star Spangled Banner here, I need to get the audio correctly configured. Because nobody likes it when you fuck up the Star Spangled Banner, honey. No matter how proud or not proud of your country you are. Oh my. You guys remember, this is random, but you guys remember Roseanne? Roseanne Barr? My God, you guys are quiet. Does anybody have a... What are you guys doing back there? Come on, participate. No, I'm just kidding. The Roseanne, though. Maybe some of you guys are too young for this, but Roseanne Barr, she's saying at like one of the, I think it was a football game or a Super Bowl even, maybe. I want to say like in the late 80s, early 90s. I was kind of too young to really appreciate it myself, but basically this bitch just like butchered the Star Spangled Banner. And I can't remember if she did it intentionally or if I think a little bit. Well, yeah, definitely. I think somewhat of it was intentional. But also, who the fuck signed on Roseanne to sing? You know, first of all, I want to meet that agent. if he hasn't hidden in a corner somewhere in total industry irrelevance. My gosh, but Roseanne Barr. Anyways, we are not gonna fuck up the Star Spangled Banner like she did. Okay, kids. I may call me a traditionalist here, but I am one of those folks that stands for the national anthem. Not that I understand why people don't want to stand, and really it's not my business, except if you want to make a point about it, which is fair. I mean, that's the whole point of living in this damn country, I guess, right? Because we can, like freedom of speech and shit, and freedom of protesting against government bullshit. But I try not to be cynical. It's really easy to be cynical of like government stuff, Everybody always thinks that like, God damn it, I wish. I don't know. I've been amused with some of the conspiracy theories you see on the by some of these whack jobs on my Facebook list. No, I'm just kidding. It's shit. Yeah, and this is spoken from a conservative too. Like I hold on to my conservative badge. I tell you what. When people ask me like what my political, my political labels are, what I identify as politically, I still say conservative. God damn it, I don't give a fuck what the Republicans want to masquerade around with today. God damn. If you haven't figured out by now that the U.S. Republican Party is disingenuous as shit and a complete hypocritical, goddamn pigsty of corruption. Oh, I don't know what good I'm gonna do anymore. Trying to educate the kids anymore. Obviously, I have failed, if that is the case. But politics aside, God damn it, no politics. Well, I mean, I don't know. I can't say no politics. That's an absurd notion, in my opinion. But no. How about no bitching? How about that? No bitching. No cynicism. It's Memorial Day after all, and oh fuck. I mean, there's. God damn, I like to think that there's still some solemnity to the occasion. For instance, like me actually remembering to follow through on playing the Star Spangled Banner. Like I'd almost forgotten to do. Alright, so what was I... Yeah, speakers, that's right. Speakers. Alright, we're gonna... Give me a moment here to get myself situated here with the speaker situation. Wherever the fuck they be. Yeah. Oh, I have them up. That's right, it's the phone. That's right. It's the source device. The audio source device I need. Which is also not here, suspiciously. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to fire one of the producers here. Shoot, man. How old does one have to be to like have a secretary? Like, is that a thing anymore? Can I get a secretary? Can I at least like get a twink or something? Like, God damn it, like, I think I've reached that age. I've just got, I don't know. I've become too impatient with lousy technology buggy technology that doesn't work. I mean, it's the year 2022. We're supposed to have flying cars by now, and yet I can't even get my fucking Bluetooth set up correctly half the time. It's embarrassing. Sometimes I want to take my engineering degree and just burn it into an ash heap of other spoiled dreams. No, I'm just kidding. I'm impressed that it's the year 2022 and we're still around and I can still buy $4 strawberries for £2. My God, I thought by now that strawberries would all be extinct and I'd be eating like just some bullshit GMO garbage from California or something. God, but no, God is good. And I guess it's Sundays. Fuck, we'll talk about God too and the soldiers. But I mean, oh shit, there goes my fan. God damn it. Uh, now this is my new ceiling fan. Or not ceiling fan, well, I guess it'd be a big issue if it was on the ceiling, I guess, right now. I don't know, for some reason when I see every time I see a fan now, I think of the Mommy Dearest line. Oh well, God, I think of that Mommy Dearest film way too often, I guess, nowadays. Too many quotes. I know too many quotes from that film, Mommy Dearest. But one of my favorites is, well, fuck it. You know, I'm not gonna butcher it. We have TVs and such. Let's just get the bitch herself. Get it straight from the horse's mouth. But oh God, it's not even that funny if you don't know the damn show. But it's a stupid reference. It's about fans. Like, there's a whole line about oh God damn it, I'm already straying into the fucking tangent here now. So if nobody's gonna speak up and avoid me going down the tangent, forever hold your peace and suffer. Yeah, or suffer not, because I'm at that typical situation now where I cannot find my mouse. Oh, God bless wireless mouses and clutter. I have all these manuals out from installing the. Oh yeah, I'll show you the lock I installed. So that's a little like smart lock thing. I'm not quite sure. I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure if it actually. I mean, you know, it's a brand I never heard of before. This Hugaloo situation. I don't know if it's Fuck it, I'll figure out a way to get to talk to my phone. I'll figure it out. God damn it. Yeah, shit. There's all kinds of like these smart devices that I have that like. I feel like every smart device I have in this home has one issue with it that prevents it from like working with some of the, you know, like it's like a little like, I don't know, I feel like it's like a smart fuck man, it's like a smart rebel, you know. So, I'm trying to think of the term for like somebody who's like a deviant, like a rebel kind of, like basically these smart devices just have a sort of a mind of its own. And but no, I shouldn't say shit. It just took me forever to configure. I'm just kind of pissed at myself at how long it took for me to configure these things. Like, I had to like basically remap my entire fucking like home router, and like, oh my God, just for a bunch of light bulbs. Amazing to me. Bernie, oh, nice to see you, buddy. Sorry, I'm just calling off people as I see them. I hope you all don't get embarrassed. If you do, I guess tough love, because I guess you guys aren't commenting, so. Oh, shoot. All right, I think I've had enough coffee now. It's time to... Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. Once again, I forgot my prime objective here, which was our anthem. Now, I like to do this, you know, I like to think of myself as a citizen of the world, and I have lived in Canada enough to have some pride for their anthem, so, most of you regular watchers of this segment might recognize well, I don't know who the fuck actually watches these regularly. I would be impressed if you guys schedule these things on your calendar, but... all right, let's get the Star Spangled Banner and shut the fuck up here and, get the day started. Let's see, or make sure... Just checking the other phone here. Whoop. It's my burner phone, so I can do my drug deals and my Facebook Lives at the same time. You know, you gotta multitask these days in order to keep up, girl. All right, let's see here. Okay, I think this is online. Yeah, I think everything is ready. All right. Now, you can't just start with the Star Spangled Banner. All right, no. In fact, let me think here. It's 8:34. I try to time these. This is maybe a little bit OCD of me, but I try to time these so that the Star Spangled Banner hits on the hour. It's 8:35 right now. It's not practical at the moment, so I might just stray from the normal script and just start right on in. And you know, I gotta make sure everybody hears it. So I make sure the volume is turned up nice and loud. Let me get my little thing here set up. Boop, boop. All right, so you're not supposed to see. This is like the backstage area. You know what? That's okay. I like you guys. You guys can see some of the behind-the-scenes technical things, like me fumbling around Spotify. Oh, shit. All right, what the fuck am I playing here? Yes. Anthem. All right. Right. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't know if I feel like sitting through Ukraine. Actually, you know what? Fuck. We have to. Oh my god, my speakers are failing me now. Hardcore. It's so sad. Ugh. Well, I think it's because this phone is interfering somehow. Wow. Wow. There is obviously a technical problem here, and that is not fucking cute. Fuck this. Alright, time out. No. Redo. Fuck that shit. No. Oh my god. Alright, I'm sorry guys. That is not acceptable at all. Fuck. Again, this is the year 2022. You would think by now we have perfected this. But no, we're still... Jesus fuck. Ugh. Sorry. I'll take the technical moments offline here, I guess. Oh, shit. Alright. God damn it. I hate... You know what? That's actually been a consistent issue. I don't know if you guys regularly fuck around with Bluetooth audio or anything. I mean... It's a nightmare, at least in my experience. I don't know about you guys. Maybe this is because I'm buying like inferior products and stuff. But like, I have had the biggest headaches with like my I guess one of my worst fears, because I've been working on a project where I set up a mesh Bluetooth audio system, and the whole idea is that I want to have a party at which everybody shows up with their phone or whatever, and it'll be, kind of be like a silent disco in a way. Like I want people to basically be able to sign in to, just to tune in basically, it's kind of like, it's, the whole idea of like the Bluetooth group streaming, and maybe some of you guys have, some of the tech savvy folks on this, you guys have probably heard it or maybe seen it marketed, like Sonos. Sonos is a big company that is really like at least marketing it. JBL, JBL had done this for a while. But see, the problem always was that a lot of these, sort of, and when I say group, I mean more than two speaker devices that are playing the same, the same channel, same audio track. So, trying to get basically this little sort of Bluetooth mesh system in my house, but also like one that I can carry with me, kind of, like basically a Bluetooth router. And that way, like, I can broadcast my own music widely to, and it's kind of funny because I'm making it sound like a new technology, involving Bluetooth, but when you really like zoom out from the whole goddamn thing, it's just a radio. It's basically a radio, except not an FM radio, but I don't know, whatever the fuck, 2.3 gigahertz or whatever the hell Bluetooth is run at. I don't know. Or actually, I don't think you can I don't think you can really use that frequency, because that's let me think about that for a second. Anyways, I gotta do a little fact check on that one. Anyways, you get the point. It's a radio. So I just kind of found it amusing that I thought at first that I was like kind of like inventing this cool new thing, this cool new Bluetooth feature, and so I realized, oh fuck, it's just a fucking radio. Go figure. Did that 50 years ago, didn't we? Well, 100 years ago. But yeah, obviously, like, a Bluetooth, I mean, I don't want to, like, diss on the Bluetooth thing that I'm working on here. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of, the quality is substantially better than, listening to an FM radio. That's the big leap forward, if you will, on this. But yeah, it's been sort of a, I don't normally get into a lot of coding. At least it's been a while for me. And I'm kind of loving it, actually. I miss doing like a lot of the programming stuff, the computer programming and coding that I used to do in school, and I want to find a way to get back into it. And I've been playing around with all these like smart devices, and I feel like I'm getting savvier at sort of like, basically kind of, navigating this world of smart devices. And internets of things devices, and it's kind of cool because my the utility industry is getting into that a lot. In fact, you see these devices, you see a lot of these like smart devices often associated with your thermostat or your your heating cooling system. I guess the thermostat is the first. A thermostat's not a new concept, obviously, but I guess for instance here, I don't have a central air system. I don't have a proper thermostat. I have a bunch of window unit air conditioners, and I'll show you. Nothing really fancy about it at all. Window unit there and a window unit there. And there is a sort of this heating module here at this. I guess I can't call that a central heating thing. There's no real ventilation through here. It's all just kind of naturally. There's not like duct work or anything in the house, so it's. But anyways, so I guess I would, like I said, I have all these smart devices, including the air conditioners, and I do have these air conditioners sort of, they'll go on and off according to a temperature trigger. However, that temperature trigger, I don't actually have a. I guess I do have I do have this thermometer here, but this is sort of just like a basic. $20 thermometer that I got from Target. It's not like smart, it's not smart or wireless capable or anything like that. However, I kind of wonder, there has to be I wonder if I could just sort of kind of take this thing apart and maybe somehow find the output, the output node on this thing. I don't know, and somehow just analogically route it to my Raspberry Pi over here. It's a Hoda over here. Which I haven't introduced you guys to Hoda. Maybe I have. I don't know. This is Hoda. Let's see. There's Hoda specifically. Well, Raspberry Pi there. I think I've shown you guys her before. Basically, she's functioning as essentially a computer right now. I'm trying to get I'm trying to basically make Hoda into a smart home hub. Instead of having to buy a fucking Alexa or Google Nest or something. That's stupid. No, I have a Raspberry Pi, and actually I've heard that Raspberry Pi is in a lot of ways, just hardware wise, performance wise, and such, are actually better than those more expensive and more limited products that Google and Amazon, etc. are trying to sell you. So, anyways, let me give you guys a little. I guess I'll try to play some music here, and I think the issue with why my music is always fucking up when I'm on these Facebook Lives with you is I think this broadcast itself, the transmission from this phone to the Wi-Fi router and such. I think that itself is interfering, because I notice it is a function of where I'm walking in the house, and I guess the frustrating thing is just I'm just imagining myself having a party with I don't know, 30 people, and every time somebody walks underneath a fucking speaker, it goes, all crackle. Oh god, what a nightmare that will be. I can only imagine. I'm hoping it's not. Maybe I'm probably. I hope I'm over exaggerating it. Maybe there will somehow be an averaging effect from. I don't know. Fuck. But it's not very promising. Just the fact that when I try to play a Star Spangled Banner and it fucks up like that. But you know what? We are a country that rises up, right? So we are gonna give one more go to the Americans here on their anthem. Our anthem. So give me a second here. You guys are so quiet. Are you guys able to... I assume you guys are able to comment. I assume. Maybe not. I don't remember. I don't know how... Facebook Live is so... I'm not very savvy with how Facebook is anymore. They are always changing their interfaces and such, so I'm never able to really keep up with it. Nor do I care to anymore. No, here I am on Facebook. I can't tell you I hate Facebook and be on the damn thing talking to you about hating it, right? All right, let's get our nation's anthem again here from the top. My God, I never like to play that. It's always, it's a fuck up when you hear the Star Spangled Banner twice in a row. Somebody fucked up here. Okay, give me a second here because I'm realizing I think what's. Yes, give me 1 second. I'm realizing I think my phone is actually, I think my phone is actually trying to, because, Okay, I think that'll help. I think I closed down my iPhone program that was trying to listen to the Bluetooth audio. So I think that's why it was maybe having such particular issues on that. Oh God, I hate this. The Bluetooth thing is so finicky, and I think I'm a little too like, I think I've become a little bit too much of an audio snob to like. It really fucking pisses, like it almost eats me to the core when that stuff happens, especially on the Anthem. All right, sorry guys. Take two. Oh, so much better. Oh, I jinxed it again, didn't I? Oh my gosh. You gotta be damn kidding me. Well, this is our nation, guys. It's broken. Just like this fucking Bluetooth. My goodness. Oh god, this is painful. I'm so sorry. Ugh. This is painful. Alright, you know what? I have a better idea. I'm sorry. This is our second in a row technical moment. We are not gonna do this again. I have a different idea here. I'm just gonna directly use this other phone. Not try to use this whole fancy schmeck up here. It's obviously fucking up. See? The more bells and whistles you get, that you try to pile onto things, the more likely you are to fuck something, the more likely something is to fuck something up. Oh, and not even fucking in a good way. Alright, let's try. Oh, no, sorry. Here, give me here. God damn it. Try to. So I was using this, like. Actually, I really recommend this program if you guys are if you guys ever find yourself in a similar situation of, basically trying to like hook up a bunch of Bluetooth speakers to one thing. It's a program called V-Band here. V-Band stands for Virtual Bluetooth Audio Network. That's what it is, yeah. And it uses your basically uses your router. It basically uses your local wireless connection. So it doesn't go through. I mean, it goes to your router, but doesn't go. It only goes to your router. It doesn't actually go out to the outside internet. It's basically just your home devices talking to each other. And so I'll have my I'll have my main PC here, and it'll be broadcasting out like on the on the network. And I don't know if you guys ever get into the technical aspects of this, but it's like a UDP protocol. I don't even know what the fuck that shit is. But honestly, I've been learning about a lot of these like networking things myself. I never did a lot of like IT, internet, like routing shit. Like that's always IT, not the engineers. At least in my experience. Oh shit. Okay. So what I've decided is to not use the not go off the computer there off of this slave device, or I guess I shouldn't use the word slave device. You know what I mean? Drone. This is basically this. Oh god, look at that phone. This is basically like, yeah. Anyways, I don't feel like explaining it. Let's just play the damn music already. Boop boop. All right, so that's right. The whole point I was playing off this phone. Yeah. All right, so we'll just run it directly from Spotify here. Instead of through, because Spotify, a lot of this was in order to get around Spotify's own restrictions on only being able to play one, out of one of your devices at a time. And that way I could sort of designate this PC to be the playback device. And then like all these other, all the other devices that sort of have their own speaker attached to it and, maybe play, are basically just listening to this computer here, like the whole radio concept I was talking about before. I feel like I made that sound way too way more complicated than it really needed to be. I apologize. A radio, guys, a radio. Like we had when we were kids. Shoot. Okay, give me a second to get this. Oh guys. Man, I've never fucked up the Star Spangled Banner twice in a row like this. God damn it, Memorial Day of all weekends too. That's the saddest part. It's all right. All right, take 3. This is the last time I'm gonna try this, guys. I'm running out of patience. It's already what? Did I ever spend an hour on this bullshit? I did. Oh, yeah. Alright. Again. There we go. Yes. That's what we need. That's more like it. Oh. Hey. I love that version of this. I love that. Oh, here's the Ukraine one. It's funny. The Ukraine national anthem is actually in the same key as ours. I don't know if you noticed that. Those damn speakers. This is why we can't have nice things. Hello. Oh, I'm just doing a Facebook Live right now.
Yeah, I'm Pinky, the one was eating crawfish that time.
What's up?
I'm Pinky, the one was eating crawfish that time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. We look different in the daytime, don't we?
I'm on my way.
I'm just on Facebook right now. You can say hello if you want. It's just a live thing.
Alright.
What's your name? Was it
Pinky? Pinky?
Pink? Yes, Pinky in the brain.
What you got to eat up here?
I don't know. I have some waffles actually. I have a shit ton of waffles actually. I need to. I'm start realizing it. I need to eat them. Yeah, I need to eat them. I have chorizo. Ooh, I also make some chorizo and egg. Do you like chorizo? Like the spicy Mexican sausage? Yeah. I'm gonna. Oh, this. I'm gonna finish this out with the kids here and the kids on Facebook. You know, these little mischief makers. I don't know. I just kind of woke up. I haven't. Yeah, I'm still kind of stretching my legs out and everything. But yeah, I'll stop over and say hello later. Nice to see you, Pinky. Oh, we can't play the Canada one twice. I think I had it twice because this is the French version. All right, so that's the anthems. We finally got through them. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, that was probably an excruciatingly longer time than you wanted. But nonetheless, we got through it, kids. So, happy Memorial Day. I'm going to have I'm not doing any traveling this weekend or anything. I'm just stuck here in Louisiana. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to go on an adventure today. I've been kind of getting out and I've been a little bit more brazen about my whole basically jaywalking everywhere campaign strategy of basically fucking everybody who drives a car here. I'm just kidding. Shit, no, it's a nice day though, and let's see what the temperature is here. I think it is 25. It's Hell yeah. It's pretty much the point at which this is going to be the most comfortable point in the day, and then it's just going to go downhill from here. So I am going to take the opportunity to have some coffee, some weed, and say hello to my neighbors, and then carry on with the day here. So yeah, I guess from coming at you live from Alexandria, this has been Mike. Happy Memorial Day to you guys. Remember to kiss a soldier for me, and oh yeah, I mean, take care of yourselves, and do honor your loved ones and everything who have fought and served in the military, regardless of what you might feel about the particular war that they're fighting. They're still fighting with their blood, so appreciate. All right, until then, toodaloo. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and also take care of the off